Hello there, this is SwiftKit. Welcome to Host Flags. This video is all about how to develop a car racing game using SpriteKit in iOS. This is a level 1 course with 2D. This video covers the basic concept of game development with SpriteKit. In upcoming episodes or videos, we'll cover much more bigger game development app with real view and graphics like games in 3D nowadays. So, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, I recommend only if you like the video or if you feel that this channel gonna be useful with upcoming videos. Now, what we expect at the end of this video is just a basic game development app. As I said earlier, it's a level 1 game for beginners. So when I click the start game, the game gonna start and the car gonna race over here, and I can move the cars from left to right roads, and the scores keep counting at each level. Boom, that's it. And it displays the score what I have earned so far as well. So just that's the game we're gonna develop in this episode, and it's a level 1, and we will come up with a much more bigger apps in upcoming episodes. So let's start doing it. I'm going to do everything from scratch. So first of all, I'm searching for my Xcode, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project. And you can see the templates to choose for a new project, which is for iOS, watchOS, tvOS. Here the platform going to be the iOS, and I'm going to select the game, click next, and here you can select the product name. I'm going to name the project name as Racers Maniac. And I can select the team, organization name, console ID, the language going to be the Swift, and the game technology you can find here with the Reality Kit, Scene Kit. I'm going to use here SpriteKit, and I'm going to uncheck all these stuffs. Let that remain unchecked, and click next. But if you have a developer team account with a personal developer account which is of paid, or you have a developer Apple paid developer account, prefer to have that because some of the capabilities may require in upcoming games. So as of now, you just need a personal account. Doesn't matter whether it's paid or not. A simple personal account, that'll be fine enough for this one. All right, so I'm going to create this project. And as you can see here, there will be a few stuffs initialized by Xcode itself when you select the key. So in app delegate, as usual, the stuffs with did finish all these things. And if you go to the game scene.sks file, you can find here hello world, showing that it's a hello world label inside the app. And then have an action.sks file. It's preview being selected, fade out, fade to. All right, and let's go to the game scene, which is having the her label and initialization, which is provided by Apple itself. So these are the things which is already there inside when we create the project. And you can see here as well game view controller, which means when the app is in view did load, which means that when the app is initialized, it's saying that the scene have to go to the game scene. This is over here, the game scene.sks, and we have a main.storyboard as well. Don't worry about it, we will run and check what it does actually, and we will start doing from here itself. Okay, so let's run and check what it does actually. So I have selected here the device as Xcode iPhone simulator. If you have a real device connected, you can run in that as well. That'll be more good enough. So here we go. We have a scene with hello world, and if I do something else inside, it gonna be showing like this. Oh, that's the action which is written over here with action.sks file. So let's stop running it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete few stuffs inside this, and we will do everything from scratch as I said earlier. So let's head over to the game scene.zip file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the stuffs from here. All the stuffs inside this did move, and from here to the bottom I have deleted. Make sure the brackets are close enough. Alright, so I have just a view did move, and with the escape view, and I have here the game view controller with the game scene as well. So inside the game scene, what we have here is hello world, and you can find here action.sks file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this as well. So move to trash. Alright, so we will start doing from here onwards, and all the assets which you required at the initial stage I'll be providing in this episode itself in my video description. Alright, let's start doing. So here, first of all, I'm going to drag some assets inside my assets folder. So let's head over to the assets.xc assets, and I'm searching for my folder with the assets which is required in this game. The folder name is Razors Maniac Assets. I'll be providing this folder in my video description with the assets, so you can find it right now, and you may download it straight away so that you can come along with me. So when I open this folder, you can find a few assets, image assets, which is simply nothing but it's a car images and the banner which we required. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Ctrl A and drag it inside this. Here we go. I have here all the assets which we need which we are going to use in this project. There's a few trucks and cars, police vehicle. All right, and then we will go back to the game scene.sks file, and if I try to run over here, you can find here the simulator or the phone with just that label which is called hello label, hello world actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this label. So click that and plus backspace, or else you can click and enter as delete as well. Okay, let's click that again. And what I'm going to do next is I want to change some background color of this. So let's change the color from here to here. If you want the RGB of that, I will provide you now. Here we go. The RGB is 85, 85, 85. This is the hex color, and you may use this, or if you want some other different color also you may prefer that. Doesn't matter. So I prefer to have a background color like this. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click here plus button, which is having the object library. It's nothing but an object library, and you can find here a few assets which we require. And you can find here color sprite. It's nothing but it's an object which we can place over here. It's an object to know let know the Xcode that this is an object with something else to be represented, or something else we're gonna do with that. All right, so I'm clicking here with the object and just dragging it and the up, down across, and let's move the width as well. And I have here the size with for width height this much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, and let's move this to the left corner. All right, and what I'm going to do next is Command D, which means it will copy another one as well. So with the another one, I'm going to drag it from here and place it to the right corner. So we do have a right and the left with the sprite node. Let's make more space here. All right. I think everyone can see it now. So I have here sprite node in the left corner and the right corner as well. So I'm going to do one more SpriteKit node. I'm going to press here and command D so that I'll get another one to place in the middle of the scene, and let's make much width. Let's say 15, and I'm placing in the middle of the screen, and I want to change the custom color to something white. Oh, let's say white. Right. So here I have it's three SK sprite node. Its sprite node is nothing but an object which we're placing inside a scene. So I have here a left, right, and a middle one. Actually, why I placed a middle one is simply just want to let you know about the scenes which we are going to use in this project, which means the objects we are going to use in the, this is the left side and this is the right side. So we will differentiate between the left side and the right side to control the traffic, cars, all these things. So that's why I made a bar in between. So while we doing ahead, I'm going to delete this middle stuff, and we will put a bars in between instead of this line. So just just to differentiate between the left side and the right side, I made a border in between. And now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select another object. It's the main part, and I'm placing it over here. Here, what I'm going to do is, you can find here on the right side, you can place a name over here and the texture. So on the name side, what I prefer to do is I'm going to name this as, let it say my car or a left car. Let it be a left car. Okay. And the texture, what I'm going to select here, I have the assets with the images called my car. It's nothing but an assets. If you can find here, this is my car, which means the other cars which going to be the traffic cars, and this is the car which I'm going to drive and control this in this game. That's why I prefer to this is my car, and have selected the texture as my car over here, and I'm going to make this position as minus 280, and the height, let it be of minus 347. All right, and the width gonna be 71 and 131 if you want to make the width much more bigger, but make sure that you need to have some stuff which physical contact things. So if you change the size, you need to change the other asset size as well. So let it remain like 71 as width, and the height will be 131, and the position of Z will be of 50. And why I made 50 is it's there are a few physical stuffs which we need to take care that this is an object, and when we touch another object it should crash. So that's why you make sure that the width and height, the position, all these things to be specific, and we will go much more deeper and while we make this app. All right. And in the physical definition, body type going to be bounding rectangle, and make sure that you check this dynamic allows rotation, these things. If you didn't check this, if you place this as none, means there are chances that object won't be in physical contact. So I want to be doing the physical contact in this project, so I've checked this dynamic and allow rotation. So this is stuff inside this game scene.skis. Now we will go back to the game scene.zip file, and we're going to write some pretty codes inside this and check what it does. Before that, we will run and check what it does at the moment. Here you can find a road bar in between, and I have a car here. Nothing happens because we didn't write anything else inside. Alright, so we will be writing some few pieces of code inside to make it dynamic. Here I'm going to initiate some variables over here. So let's say I have here, first of all, import SpriteKit and import the gameplay kit as well. So inside my class game scene, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize a variable. You can say my car, var my car, or let it be left car. For your understanding, I'm making it it's a left car, and that will be of kind sk sprite node. I'm closing this, and I have here override did move as well. Uh, I'm going to write a separate function which is for a setup the left car with the initialize the child node name and all these stuff. So let's say I'm going to write a function with the setup, and inside that the left car will be of equal to self dot child node, which is with name, and inside the name I would say that it's we have provide the name as left car as sprite sk SpriteKit node. And here we'll be giving some center points and the physical body in contact with collider type and then later. So now next what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an at the right object function with the create road strip. So at the rate or obj function, and function which I'm going to write a create road strip. Actually the road strip is nothing but the lines in between the roads. You can find the white roads, so that's I'm going to create now. So let's say this, we will classify that left road and right road. So let's say the left road strip will be of equal to sk shape node and width of rect of size. The rect of size I would say cg size, and the cg size we're gonna put the width and the height as well. So width, and let it say be 10 and the height 40. It's nothing but the strip, the white strip in between the roads, and we are setting the width of 10 and the height of 40. I will go through in the SKS file later on after writing this, so you'll be more clear about it. So the next have to write few more lines as well. So the left road strip dot the stroke color, the actually is nothing but the color which we are going to give here will be of sk color, is the class actually it's a property of Xcode, like a UI color in iOS mobile application. So it's a SpriteKit is like sk color, and its strike color will be equal to this, and the left road strip dot fill color is also, let's say, sk color will be of white color. It's not much necessary if you put the background color is enough. So let's say that the left road strip dot alpha will be equal to 0.4, and the left road strip dot is a position will be of 10, and left road strip dot position dot x will be equal to minus 187.5. I will explain this how this x position dot x and how this x position dot y being called here. I will go to the SKS file after writing this. So it will be y, let it say it be 700, which means the y position of the screen is like a 700 for the most of the screen. It's for the iPhone. If in case of a tab, if you're using to run in, if you want to run in the tab, the position of y is not be 700. Need to set in different height for that. Okay, and add child will be of left road strip, and so in here the position dot x and position dot y, how this position came along, I'll be going through now. So here if you go to the SKS node file, you can find here the position is 280 minus 280 minus 347. That's the position over here in x and y. For example, if I'm going to select another object over here and I'm going to place it over here, so let's say the position of the object is minus 183. If I move this, it will be minus 265. So here what I did here is I want to bring a road strip, which means the white lines in between the roads of left. This is the left road and this is the right road. So I want to bring dotted lines, which means road strip lines in between. So that's why I made a position like minus 187, and the height, which means the y-axis height, is be considered here as 700. That's why I put that 700. So if I want to put the lines in between like this, means I want to increase the width, let's say 10. Okay, this is the strip. Like if I change the color to white, this will be the strip, one strip. And check here with the position, as it's 1 minus 194.5. As per in the middle of this, we will say it's minus 187. That's what I considered is minus 87. I hope you understand this, why its position is minus 187 based on the left side road strip. Okay, and we will write here the next step is for the right road strip. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this and paste it again inside this, and instead of the left road, I'm going to type here the right road strip and make changes in other stuff. Everything else changed to right, and the position over here gonna change because here the position is minus 187. Here it's going to be plus 187 because in the right side the position over here, if I get an object, if I place an object over here, and let's say it will be the position will be of plus axis, and here will be of minus. So I'm just deleting this and going back to the game.zip file. Alright, so here I have here the right node strip as this, and if you want to bring a middle, we will write the middle at the end. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write another one more function, which is for show the road strip. So let's say mark show road strip. So I'm going to write here function with the show road strip, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enumerate few stuffs here. Enumerate child nodes with child name. Actually, it's nothing but the child node name will be of the name which we given here. Left road strip. Actually, we need to give a node so that it will recognize what's the name of that. So in between this, what I'm going to do is left road strip dot name. This is the name with the string to recognize at the enumerate stage. So let's say left road strip is the name which I am giving here. The same as well, I need to give the name for the right road as well. So let's say right road strip dot name will be equal to of string type, and I'm going to type here right road strip. All right, and what I'm going to do is next is here in the name side I'm going to provide the name which for the left road is left road strip, and by using sk node, which is the road strip and the stop type. So by using, I'm going to put a cursor, which means the road which I need to show is road strip, and if in case need stop, I need to write a stop as well. Here we are not going to stop unless the car crashes. So inside this, what I'm going to do is let strip will be equal to road strip as sk shape node, and the strip will be positioned at y, will be of minus or equal to 30. That will be of y position. uh, Space. All right, so that is for left road, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this as it is, and I'm pasting it here, and this is nothing but for the right road strip here. So I have written here the functions with it, which is for right node and the left road to show the strip. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to here in the did move, and I'm going to call this setup. It's the function which we write here. This is the setup, and before that I want to self.anchor type, which is the anchor point. I need to initialize the anchor point. Let it say cg float, and it's of x and y. So the x is of 0.5 and y with the 0.5 as well. That's the anchor point. Actually, we need to give the anchor point initialize in the variable as well. This cannot assign CG. Oh yeah, this is of CG point actually. CG float is for the width and height. My bad. So let it say CG point. Now the arrow should be going up, and then uh, if I try to run here, you can't find anything else, which means that a road strip you won't be getting inside this. Why is I'll run and show you. Doesn't do anything else at the moment. because we never been called the scroll strip and these things inside. Actually, at the moment, the road strips which I written here, if I call in the repeated move also, the road strip will be coming in this part, which means upper part. If I put a timer, it will be keep on going towards downwards. So that's I'm going to do. The next part is inside the did move. I'm going to set here a timer. So let's say timer dot schedule timer, and the timer with the interval, I'm going to put the time interval as 1 second, 0.1 millisecond actually. That repeat, yes, target. Actually, I want different stuff inside this timer. So next is the target. I'm going to make it as self, and selector, I'm going to call this object the function which I have written. So let's say selector at the rate object is asking for the at the rate object. So at the rate object going to be the game scene touch create road strip. That's a function we written here. We are going to call this inside this, and next I need to do user info if in case you're providing again, otherwise you just make it as null. And the repeats, let's say true. It's important that it should repeat that so that the timer will keep on going on cyclic way. So it's a timer dot scheduled here with time interval. All right, okay, we are set right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to overwrite one function with update, which means we need to update the scene. So that's we're going to write it here. So it's update current time interval. That's the override function which we need now. So here what I need to do is show road strips. So we need to update the show road strips, which means here it will recognize the left road and the right road, and it will repeat and show inside this timer. That's what we expect when we run it now. So I'm going to run it now again. Here we go. You can find the road strips in between, and it's going keep on repeating. We are moving, actually it will show that we are removing. Actually it's nothing but the timer is going on, and it is being repeatedly called, and update is being called at every time. That's why it is running like this. So as of logic, I would say that I just put a bar in between so that you can find the left road and the right road. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to place here a middle bar in between. So in order to do that, I'm going back to the SKS file, and I'm clicking here in this part. I'm going to delete that, and coming back to the gamescene.zip file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a middle bar in between. So copy this, and I would say I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to rename it as middle road strip, and using it here. Make sure the name has been also changed, and now let's make it Control I, and I'm going to copy this and paste it again, and let's say I'm going to give them name as middle road strip. So now let's run and check the position of, sorry, if I run there will be a, I need to change the position over here from minus 180.5, because if I run this means in the middle road also and the right road also the same strip comes and up overlaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name the position as minus 2.5, which means it will be in the middle of the almost a middle inside our scene. That's what it means. So this is the middle part, and this is the middle part, and we will get the y-axis and the middle. That's why I put that minus 2.5, or you can put even 0, doesn't matter. Here we go. I have the road strips, the left road, right road, and the middle one. So the next is we are going to put some traffic in between the roads, which means we need to call the cars in between. So we will do that now. Now, before getting into the traffic, I would like to write some codes which is for to move, in order to move the car. So in order to move the car, I need to initialize some variables at initial, and let's move the car first before getting into the traffic. So var can move at initial will be at false, which means when the app runs, it will be under false condition, and then var left to move left to move left, which means the car to move at left, which means the when we start the app, the car is already in left, so it will be true. And then I'm going to write a variable which is for left car at right, which means I want to move the car at right. That's what it means. So at right will be false. So to make it clear, when the app runs, the car is in left position, which means the car is already in left. That's why I made it true. And when the app runs, it will be in the false condition, because when we need to change to right when we click on the right. That's what it means, simple as it is. And then I'm going to put a center point, which is for the center point of the car. Actually it means, so it will be of CG kind type, CG floats. And then I'm going to put let's constants, which is for when the car moves moved on the left and the right. I need to put some positions. So let left car uh, minimum x will be of CG floats, and the value I'm going to put as minus 280, and how it comes I will tell you in a while. And then the left car I want to move in terms of right, so I want to put the left car maximum x will be of CG floats. Why there is x means we are moving only in x, we are not going to move the car in upwards, we just move in x-axis only. So let's say to 80. Yep. Here I need this. Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up inside this. I'm going to initialize the center point. So center point will be equal to self dot, which means I'm letting know the Xcode that is the frame which is having at the moment, which means the car which is having at the moment width divided by self dot frame dot size dot height. Actually that will be the center point. And if we go into the game SX, here the car is in left position, that's why I set the variable as left. I want to move the car to the left right, so it will be moving in the x-axis. So here it will be instead of here it will be minus 80 at the moment here, and if the car move here it will be of plus 280. That's what it means. And going back to the game scene.zip file, here I need to write a few steps as well. When the car is moved to the left, setting the bool functions. So I'm going to write here a function which is of move left side. It's of a bool kind, and inside the bool it's showing that if it's in the left side, I want the car to be in the right. That's what it means. And if it's in left, the left car, which means it's the left car is my car actually, dot position dot x will be equal to minus 20. And if left car dot position dot x, it will be equal to left side minimum x. Here what happens is the left car dot position dot x will be equal to the left car size minimum x. Else what happens if it is in the left side? Here I need to initialize the left car dot position dot x will be plus equal to 20. Here what happens is the car is about to move to the right position. That's what I am going to do here. So the left car is nothing but my car actually. Dot position dot x will be of left car maximum x and the left car dot position dot x will be equal to the left car maximum x. Simple. So we have written the function for that. Then I'm going to do we should let know Xcode that if the touch happens, what it should do. So in order to do that, I'm going to write a touch when touches begin. This function is going to do the touches began. So override func touches began. Inside this, touches began for touch. In touches, let the touch position, I'm going to initialize that. Let touch location will be equal to the touch dot location. Inside this will be of self kind, which means the app is going to check where the position actually have at the initial stage. So let touches location if dot x is greater then center point. Center point is the point which we have initialized there, and if it is here, okay. And what happens here is if left car at right, if the car at right, I want to change the bool conditions. So let's say left car at right will be equal to false, and at left car to move at right, left car to move right false. I want to initialize a left car. If the left car at right, the car at right false, and left to move left will be of true. That what happens here is if it is F, and if it isn't false, which means the left car is not at right, which means if it is at left side, so left car at right will be true, and left to move left will be false. And at the end, what I'm going to do is can move will be of true. Move, I'm going to set it as true. So can move will be true, and the touches began will be of this stage. I think I need to bring it over here. Alright, so that's what happens in the left side. When I try to run this again, let's check whether it moved the position or not. I think I missed, I need to mention the did move status, which means I need to initialize. Nothing happens actually because we didn't initialize it here in update. I want to update this in the position as well. If can move, if can move equal, what happens here is move left side, which means if the left side I want to take a bool that left to move right, sorry, left to move left. That's what we've done. Now let's run and check what it does. The car is moving, and if I click at the right, it's moving, but a change is required. Alright, alright, that's all in this episode, and in the next episode we will come up with the traffics. We will make more cars running at the same time. We will make traffic and the rest of the stops in the upcoming episodes. So stay tuned, subscribe it for the next episode. Thank you for watching this much so far.